Here we go. We're live, Ronnie.
Are we?
Yeah. Damn it, we're live.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Okay.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to the show. This is Saturday morning mass.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen a lot, but sometimes the minister goes on vacation
Yeah.
or has to work his second job.
Look at these bags under my eyes.
Yeah, speaking of which, Ronnie worked the graveyard shift. And see, with all due respect to people that work the graveyard shift, when that's not your lifestyle per se, it's quite an adjustment that has to be made. So you work 12 hours.
Yeah. I went in at 5 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
I got off at about 10 after 5 a.m. I came home. I laid down as quick as I could.
Right.
I got home actually probably by the time I got undressed and said hi to the dogs and got in bed. It's like 5:30.
Yeah.
I set my alarm for 7:30. So I got and I have a problem of just coming home and going straight to bed. I can't do it.
Hey, Ronnie, can you get the live chat up for us, please?
Yeah.
All right, good morning to all of you that are tuning in. Thank you so much for the plug on the Facebook group page to Sasha. Thank you very much. We appreciate you watching our show. And Ronnie posted on his Facebook page today a couple of pictures.
Yeah.
The first one was of a rattlesnake. Now, Ronnie works in an area. Are we allowed to talk about that or not? I don't know. It's kind of a security issue.
We can.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So he works at Folsom Dam.
Yeah.
Which is a major infrastructure.
It's a national critical infrastructure. It's number one in California right now.
And if something were to happen to that dam, God forbid, that didn't come out right, did it? Especially on mass. Sacramento would be virtually taken off the map.
Yeah, my house would be good. I'm at 274 feet, but the rest of y'all, if your elevation, and the majority of the elevation of Sacramento is 0. It's at sea level.
And that's where I am.
Yeah. So you'd be under 30 feet of water.
Okay, so Ronnie posted this picture of this rattlesnake, and when he first sent it to me in Messenger, I thought, well, that's a cute little baby. And I said to him, those are the most venomous kind.
Yeah.
Or something to that effect.
Yeah. Well, it had like 5 or 6 buttons. I can't remember.
Yeah, the picture didn't do it justice.
Which rattlesnakes shed 2 to 3 times a year. So it's probably at least 2 to 3 years old.
And how long did you, 2.5 to 3 feet?
And it was about 2.5, 3 feet long.
That's all you need, too.
That's big enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good size.
And sometimes they get much longer. They get 6 feet.
I've seen them out there probably 5 feet and as big around as your fist.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're that big around just in about an area about this big. It's because they have a ground squirrel or something like that in their belly.
Oh, yeah. I hadn't thought about that. Well, you work in, I guess, what would be determined a rather arid, dry.
It's very rocky, which rattlesnakes love.
Yeah.
Because when it gets cold, they have little dens, and they have to keep their body temperature, at a certain level. And so you might find hundreds of rattlesnakes in one of these rattlesnake dens where they keep warm during the evening.
So not only did you send me the picture of the snake.
Oh, yeah.
This morning, you posted a picture of a spider. Tell us about that.
So we were out patrolling, my sergeant and I, and we got back to our office. We were going to eat our dinner. And he goes, dude, come check this out. And I go over there, and it's a big spider. The diameter of the spider is about this big. It's like almost 2 inches.
Nothing you want to mess with.
And the crazy thing was, we look at it on its back, and its back appears to be moving, like in motion.
What?
And so I got a little closer. My sergeant does not like spiders. I'm not crazy about spiders either.
We don't get along.
Yeah. But it was about 1,000 babies.
Oh my God.
On the back of this spider.
There's 1,000 more of those that are going to grow up.
I'm not sure if I can.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. See, there's the baby sack.
Yeah, all those dots on the back of this, and So we did.
Oh, you're creeping me out.
What's the first thing you do? You go to Google.
Yeah.
What
What
kind
kind
of spider
is this?
carries babies on its back? And it's a wolf spider.
Ah.
So they do bite. In fact, they're very prolific hunters, according to Google, and they have unbelievable eyesight. But their bite is not
poisonous.
not terrible for humans.
Yeah. So, and again, are these germane to rocky areas? Or?
You know what? They tell you can tell where they live by looking at their coloring. And this guy was mostly brown, so he's probably living in just dirt. They're not web spinners. They don't spin webs. They just are ambushed.
This is like the white trash of spiders.
A
spider you might find in Rio Linda.
Yeah, so the craziest thing was, as we did a little research on Google, they have 8 eyes.
8 eyes?
But 2 of them are very big, and it says if you shine on them with a flashlight, they'll glow. So we did. We went out there and we hit it with a flashlight. Those 2 eyes, it's like looking at a dog. You know, like when you take a picture, they reflected the light back. It was crazy.
Oh man, I don't need that.
Yeah, it was really crazy.
Ain't nobody got time for that. All right. Okay, so today on the show, in the hour that we anticipate spending with you, us old lineals, we're going to do our weekly Mantasy draft. Now, some of you are into this, and some of you aren't so into this, but you know what? Here's the thing. It's so much fun for Ronnie and I.
Yeah, we don't care.
Exactly. And we're going to do it anyway. So what you should be doing at this point is putting your team together so that you can make your picks. The last couple of weeks, what we've been doing is asking for suggestions from you. This week, we're not going to do that. We're going to give you the topic that we'll be drafting, and then we're going to have you pick your team. You have to write it down, put it in notes like we do on our phones, whatever it takes. And then when the time comes, we'll solicit you to send in your picks. And they may or may not match Ronnie's and mine. And this should be really interesting because when it comes to this particular topic, I've known Ronnie, 45 years?
Oh, God, probably, yeah.
Okay, and so Ronnie and I went through high school and stuff and afterwards, and we've known each other's girlfriends and wives. And so I can tell you that I think that Ronnie and I kind of differ on opinions on this topic.
A little bit, although you did try to steal my girlfriend one time.
I did?
Yeah, I had a girlfriend, Brenda, and I have
Why would I do that?
I have a picture of you in my apartment I had a wall of beer cans
that sounds
stacked
familiar.
up.
Yeah.
But you've got your arm around her. I don't know.
Scandalous.
Yeah.
Well, you know that
she was
happened
cute too. She was a model.
Sorry, Ron.
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, that happened once with our friend Ed.
Really?
Yeah, in the disco era. I think it was the Wood Lake Inn.
Yes.
And they used to have like Saturday night disco night, and all the girls would be in their dance
Showcase 75 and Showcase 76.
I remember.
Yes.
Yeah. And we hated disco. Musicians hated disco because it just took jobs away, from musicians.
Yep.
Which we were trying to be.
Yep.
And so anyway, he was seeing this girl, and I decided to go to the disco that night, and she was there. And moving on.
Does Ed watch? I don't know.
I think he does sometimes. Right. Yes.
Hey, Ed.
Okay, so
hopefully there's no
you're saying, well, what in the hell are you talking about, Lou? I'm not sure, but I think we're going to draft. Well, I have to put it this way first. Other than your wife, Ronnie.
Yeah.
We want you to draft the 3 sexiest women, and it can be in the whole world.
Yep.
Okay.
Your wife or your significant other. You can't whoever you're living with.
What about my girlfriend?
In the case, I can't.
I can't pick her.
It's got to be. Let's pick them from the celebrity sports entertainment.
All right, sure. We'll limit it to that. I understand what you're saying now.
Right,
so That's what's going to be coming up in live in a fantasy draft, and we'll do that in about 20 minutes or so. So get your team together. Keep it in mind. Don't send it just yet. Instead of influencing us or guessing or whatever, we want to do it that way where you pick your own team. Whoops,
Yes.
I'm sorry about that. I dropped my phone. Okay, next up.
Sasha saw the picture of the spider.
Mhm.
Said burn it down.
The whole dam. The whole damn dam.
Yeah.
Burn it down. And you mix that with spider. I don't like spiders and snakes. And that ain't what it takes to love me.
That's a Jim Stafford
Hey,
song.
hey.
Yeah, that's a Jim Stafford song. You know what? And so when I put it on my Facebook page, a friend of ours commented on it. So I went to YouTube to find a video.
Right?
He did a really fun little duet with Dolly Parton, super young Dolly Parton.
Really? I've
and
never heard
doing
this.
that song. Yeah.
Oh, she sang it with him?
Yes.
How funny.
Yeah.
I found a great new artist on YouTube last night. Let me quickly go to this and go back here.
David Garibaldi.
Search.
Oh no, he's a
No, it's not there.
different kind of artist.
Dang it. I'll put it in the comments. He writes really funny songs. He plays acoustic guitar. Tom Thorne, I think his name is.
Uh-huh.
And he tells little stories in between. He is so freaking funny, man. I promise. Later on this afternoon, I'll put it in the comments so you can check him out.
That sounds like he's stepping all over Rodney Carrington's
A little bit.
turf a little bit.
What's
yeah.
the song he said? The boob song? What was that
Oh,
called?
yeah. God dang it.
Uh,
He has about a half a dozen or more.
Show him to me. Is that what it's
Yes.
called? Yeah.
Yeah.
Show him to me.
I think he uses that as his encore, the last part of his show.
Did you see him perform?
I have seen a YouTube video
Oh,
of him
okay.
perform.
All right. Yeah, he's very.
But you know what? I
creative, very
actually did before he did that. I did see him at Laughs Unlimited, like
Oh.
2 decades ago.
funny. Huh. All right. Which is a club which was an old Sacramento proper.
Yep.
A thriving but still not thriving little area of Sacramento.
Yep.
As long as we've lived here. All right, so let's see. Baseball playoffs. Wanted to talk about that just briefly. Last night, which was Friday night.
Friday night.
The Yankees had game 5 of the playoff, and they were down 3-1.
You're on the verge.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to be in. Boy, you really got to dig down deep when you're down 3-1. Well, the Yankees were able to bounce back.
And plus, didn't they pitch Verlander?
Yeah, they threw Verlander out there, and he was striking out people, but he just didn't seem to be in his normal self.
When I turned the game on, and it was early, it was 4-1, so he must have had a breakdown in the first or second
The
inning.
first inning, the Astros came up and they scored a run, and the fans at Yankee Stadium were really angry. I mean, only because the Yankees aren't scoring or weren't scoring. And so the bottom of the first inning, they had 2 2-run homers. I'm not seeing any of this. This isn't fair.
Otis says, "Go Spankies."
Hey, you're dissing me, Otis. That ain't right.
And Slednick's here.
All right, good morning,
And
Sledneck.
Jason and Sasha and Tom
Hi to
Sawyer.
you guys.
Yep.
We had last night, Ronnie. Friday night is my night to kind of party a little bit,
Yes.
and I'd had a couple of beers. I don't know, maybe 4.
Had your shoes and socks off.
I did because I hurt myself. We'll tell you about that in a minute.
You're going all oaky on us.
You betcha. And we had this. What would you call it? A group phone call,
we
face
had
chat.
we had a little FaceTime
Yeah.
chat.
With Sasha, Jason, me, and Corvette Ronnie.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, we laughed so freaking hard.
Yep. This is good times.
It really is. For what I would believe to be very creative people and outgoing and just fun. And every comment makes you laugh. And
Yeah.
we had a blast. We really should do that every week. Now, here's the thing.
And I'm going to give credit to Jason because he's a little under the weather.
Yeah, he's sick is what he is.
Yeah. So for him Sasha must have just had him propped up somehow and
Well, he's probably all worn
Had
out
her-
from all the driving.
had her hand going puppet on
Yeah, going all.
him. Forced puppet.
I don't know.
We need a Jason puppet.
So we do we want to get into this? I think we do.
Yeah.
All right. They sent us a video, and S&J, why don't you let us know how old that video is? And it's of a show called The Softer Side.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
The Softer Side with Shelley. And they called it After Dark. And I'm not sure if they meant when the sun goes down or doing dark content. Honestly.
It was a little dark.
The episode was all about sex. And let me just say that with Toby as the co-host, is that his role, would you say?
I'd say he was the color commentator.
Oh, play-by-play. Yes. Play-by-play.
Yeah, he was more of a color commentator.
Gotcha. Well, I've lived 60 years on this earth, and I have never in my entire lifetime felt more awkward. And I've been in some strange situations.
I was squirming in my seat as he was talking.
One of the things I said to Sasha and to Jason last night was, I sit this close to Ronnie every week. I know everything about him and he me. And that is not stuff we want to talk about.
No.
I'm blushing right now. I don't know if you can tell. I could see it in the are they commenting? Hey, Lou and Ronnie fan 500.
Yep. No, Tom Sawyer is saying I don't think I could watch that.
Yeah.
It was hard to watch. Some of the things he breached some subjects that I could even tell that Shelley
was uncomfortable.
She was giving a very nervous smile.
Yeah.
And she has a beautiful smile.
She does.
She has some of the pearliest white teeth I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But she looked uncomfortable.
Like she wasn't expecting it.
As Toby went into more and more detail.
Well, Ronnie and I always talk about on this show, we try to be very honest with you people. And unless the question's way too personal.
Right.
We're going to be honest with you and up front and tell you how we feel. That's what this show is. If you're new and you're just watching, it's just two grumpy old guys.
Yeah.
And their feelings on life and the world and pop culture. So, yeah. Maybe, Ronnie and I will talk about and maybe with Sasha and with Jason, we'll talk about this after the show because we could post a link, but I don't know that we want to make people creep out.
Yeah, it is.
But this is a hell of a tease for that video, isn't it?
Oh boy, yeah.
There's a lot of people going, well, I don't want to, but I want to.
And I just happen
it's like a car wreck.
I happen to mention just off the top of my head that a parody to that almost writes itself.
Well, don't think that our writers aren't working on that as we speak.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. All right, enough on that. Let's move along.
Okay.
So Wednesday evening into Thursday morning, let me back up the cart just a little bit. When you get to be this age, as a man, I can't speak for women, you have to pee in the middle of the night a lot. And it's a pain in the butt because you just want to sleep. That's all you want to do. Just straight sleep through the night. And you can't.
Yeah.
And so that happened to me about, I don't know, it must have been about 3:15 in the morning, Wednesday into Thursday. So I get up out of bed and I sleep on the right side close to the outside sliding glass door. And so I'm walking around the bed. My wife keeps this, I keep referring to it as a stool, but it's like a beauty seat with a cushioned seat on it.
Yep.
And then it has these wrought iron legs that are kind of fancy.
Yep.
And I'll be a son of a, if she doesn't leave that thing in the middle of this little stretch where the sinks are before you get to the potty. I said potty.
Potty. You use potty.
I could use a lot of other words. The John.
The loo.
The crapper. There, okay, I said it. Jason, I'm sure loves that. I think that's a military term, the crapper. So I'm
latrine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm stumbling through to get to the bathroom, And as I'm kind of asleep, I thought I could maneuver my leg over it to straddle it,
Mm.
Yeah, I missed. I misjudged.
Kind of early in the morning to straddle anything.
It really was.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure I was fully awake, like I said, but I fell. And Ronnie, I fell hard, man. I, like I said, I, I don't think I was awake enough to even brace my fall. But that wasn't the worst part. The worst part is on that wrought iron leg of the chair. If this is it, I'll do
Yeah.
it sideways. My toes went this way, right through them.
Oh God.
And as I was going down, it ripped literally like a knife cut across the bend in my middle toe, my right foot.
That sounds pleasant.
I hope that's explains it enough. But
I feel like Shelley listening to Toby.
yeah, exactly, a little creeped out. Anyway, I'm hobbling around, and so Ronnie's exhausted. I'm on the injured list, but we're here for you because you know what?
We care.
We're givers.
Yes,
That's who we are. We're givers.
Yes.
So that was my fall in the middle of the night. Ronnie, I got an email, I think it was Monday afternoon, from a guy named Jerry. And I can't remember the email word for word, but what he was saying is, you guys have said before that you play in a band,
Yes.
but you don't tell us about the band or play us any music.
Oh, well, one of these days I can bring my guitar out here. We can do Margaritaville or something.
I don't think we can do that.
You know what? I see people playing their own original versions of songs on YouTube all the time.
Are you sure?
I
don't need that problem. I already just had that with Facebook.
Yeah, I don't know for sure. We'll have to look into that.
All right. So he says you guys don't talk enough about your band. Well, it's not like we're gigging.
No. We haven't toured since '79.
Yeah.
Or '80.
And we play rather infrequently. We get together as we feel necessary.
Yep.
Just to kind of get it out of our blood. Going way back to the beginning, the band's name is the Traveling Atomic Prunes.
Correct.
Little did we know back in 1975 when we put the band together, and what we did was three of us came up with a different word, and we were going to use those because we couldn't decide.
Right.
So one of us came up with traveling. I think I came up with atomic, and Dave came up with prunes.
Yeah.
So that's how the name began. We got a band together for a talent show that was going on at our high school, and man, the guy that we had on keyboards, Carl Winter.
Carl Winters. Yeah.
He was originally a keyboard player in our band. We never were able to replace him. I don't think we were good enough for him. His mom was a piano teacher, so
yeah. Well, and not to mention that Carl was very, very smart. He was intellectually gifted,
Yeah.
so
his mom had him tested.
He was dumbing. I think he was dumbing it down to play in our band a little bit. But
I think he lowered the bar more than that.
He was a very, very good guitar player.
So what did we play? We play
keyboard.
Na 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 na. I remember when the rock was young. Me and Susie. That's it.
Crocodile Rock.
And with that keyboard, oh my God, we did okay in that talent show, although we didn't have a whole lot of practice.
Yeah.
But we played ever since. And so back when we put the band together, the idea was, you know what? I bet we could get girls if we had a band. Being as lame as we were.
And we did.
We did. Yeah. There were several memorable. We played at University of California, Davis.
Yep.
For a sorority night one night.
Yep.
We played for, what did you?
It was Demolay.
Demolay, that's right. I'm sorry.
Which is like a faction of the, I can't remember.
Is it the Mormon Church?
No, it's the Knights of...
Columbus?
Knights of Columbus. It's kind of a faction of that, I guess.
Yeah, and these were all high school kids.
Which I think is Shriners, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
I think it's part of Shriners.
And so here we were.
And we played tons of parties. In fact, we played at my 21st birthday party.
Oh man, that's
which was epic.
It really was. It was in his apartment
Epic.
complex rec room.
Yes.
Right.
Big rec room.
And we rented equipment for that.
Yes.
We had a PA system in place.
Yeah.
And some really just bouncing speakers, man. Boom, 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 like this. I had. Wow, here comes the honesty part, Ron. I invited 2 girls to that party separately.
Ruh-roh.
I figure one of them probably wouldn't show up.
You gotta use the shotgun effect sometimes.
Yeah, it's the way it scatters.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't a good idea. One of the girls from high school was a girl that I really cared about a lot, but the timing was just never right. You ever have a girl like that?
I did.
Yeah, it's just never right for you to be boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yep.
But I invited her to this party. And the story goes, Ronnie got hammered that night.
I was so...
Yeah.
Well, and I'll tell you, it wasn't completely my fault. I drank 1 beer.
Right.
But as I was drinking it, my buddies were topping it off with Seagram 7.
Oh, that's not good.
And I drank about 2/3 of that 5th of Seagram 7.
Not even really knowing?
I knew it.
At some point.
After a couple beers, you don't
Something
really
ain't
taste them
right.
so much. Yeah. So I had to be carried up to my my apartment.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing
Carried.
that pisses me off the worst or the most is I had just seen the Tubes in concert.
Oh, yeah.
And I had a $20 Tubes t-shirt on. And at some point, I ripped the shirt off and I was doing the curly on the floor. You know that thing where you...
Whoop, 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 whoop,
Yes,
whoop.
you spin around in circles.
Yeah.
That is the last thing I remember. And then the next thing I remember is my buddy Mark saying, when you throw up, there's a garbage can right here. Not if you throw up, when you throw up.
Young and dumb. Young and dumb. And Ronnie's 2 years older than me, so
Yeah.
it was his 21st birthday, but I was just 19. And so I invited this girl, her name was Julie, to the party, one of the girls. And earlier in the day, I had made arrangements with the bass player's little brother to buy this guitar from him that didn't work for like $5.
Nice.
And so I had this plan for that guitar. We closed the show with Freebird, as
Yes.
we were known to do.
Always.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if we ever heard play Freebird 1,000 times, that's just an underestimate.
Yep.
So what I'd planned to do was climb one of the speakers. I was going to play da-na, 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 da-na. And Ronnie takes over. I take my guitar off. I put this guitar on, the $5 one, and I begin my ascent.
Right.
Climbing up to the top of this speaker.
Yep.
And I'm standing up there just jamming on this guitar. It's not really even working.
No.
Plugged in. And so I jump down and almost like Who-like,
Pete Townsend.
smash this guitar, and it goes into about 1 million pieces. And it was, in terms of theatrics,
Pretty over the top.
it was the bomb.
Pretty over the top, yeah.
But this girl saw it, and she immediately left.
Yep.
Julie just immediately left because she thought, well, he's on drugs. He's not got to be on some kind of drugs to do that to his guitar. So flash forward many years, I explained that story to her. And she said, that's not why she left. She had other things going on that she had to do. So, in any case, the band, many memories.
God dang, that was the most fun party we had. People still hit me up. Hey, you remember that party you guys played at Kingsway Apartments?
Yeah.
Most of it, I do. not the ending so much. You didn't happen to have my Tubes t-shirt, do you? Yeah, somebody picked up my Tubes t-shirt and took it home after I ripped it off.
Oh, my gosh.
Can't say I blame them.
All right, let's see. We got anything else? Oh. Ronnie, give me a time check, would you?
29 minutes
Okay,
or
perfect.
roughly. Yeah.
All right, just a couple of minutes. We're going to do our fantasy draft. And today it's other than your wife, who would you want on your team of the sexiest women of all time? We'll say of all time
Man,
in the world. Okay.
if I get first pick, I'm winning.
If you get first pick, I'm going to be really pissed off because I know what your first pick is going to be,
I'm winning.
and it's the same as mine. So,
Although number two, you've got like 1A
yeah,
and 1B.
okay.
They are unbelievably close.
All right. Well, like I said, Ronnie and I kind of differ a little bit. We used to say this, like we would say we could go out drinking one night together because we like different kinds of women.
Right.
So we wouldn't be competing for the same.
Correct.
Okay, so speaking of relationships and women, I have a friend who shall remain nameless. And this person's name comes up sometimes, and I don't want to disrespect him and his relationship, so or his significant other, so I don't want to mention any names. But an email, I got another Google Mail that was talking about relationships and the way men behave in them. People turn to us because we're smart.
Marriage experts.
Yeah.
Relationship experts.
Like 70 years between us, I think.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Roughly, yeah, because I was married twice.
Yeah.
So I have a particular feeling on this matter of being whipped. And I'm not going to use the actual term. You know what? I'm pissed off because I don't get to see any of these.
Well, Tom Sawyer is saying that sounds better than all of the movie Animal House. It kind of was the party.
Yeah.
Plus, there was a guitar smashing in Animal House.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, John Belushi was at a party and some guy's playing this crazy song, "If My Love."
Oh
Was
yeah,
a
yeah.
Cherry."
Take me down.
And John Belushi goes, "Excuse me, can I see this?" And then he picks it up and smacks it up against the wall into a million pieces, which was very reminiscent of.
Epic.
Yeah.
It was an epic night.
So
Okay.
I see some really great names coming up on the list here. Beautiful women.
Well, don't be sending them yet. You got to pick your own team.
Oh, I know. I got mine.
And I'm not even seeing them.
I got mine in my heart.
Come on. Remember, I can't be on YouTube at the same time.
I know.
This damn OBS thing. God, I hate technology, but we need it.
Or lack of.
Yeah.
Sometimes in our case.
You know that term, operator error?
We see that a lot. Yeah.
I'm the operator, and I error every week. Otherwise, we would have been on at 8 o'clock when I freaking got to Ron's house after my radio show.
Right.
I ran out here, literally. Okay, so here's my feeling on marriage and the way men should behave. I think marriage has to be about both people and what's good for both people as individuals. And I'm going to try to be a little bit vague in this, and Ronnie, I certainly want your opinion as well. I really despise men that allow themselves to be whipped. Now, that can be a gray area, but where the line is for me is if you are not doing things for yourself too, and you're making all the sacrifices so that the other person can be out gallivanting, and I don't mean in a salacious way, you got to be able to have time for people to both do. For instance, we just talked about our band.
Yep.
We get together maybe 4 or 5 times a year.
Right.
Not so much in the wintertime because it's cold and we play in a boat warehouse.
Yeah.
And it, my fingers and his shoulder, arthritis. We just can't do that.
Not built for cold weather.
So we'll just kind of go, hey, you want to get the band together in a month on Saturday? And Ronnie go, that's a great idea. I go, okay, done. I'll let a person know.
Right.
Whoops. I'm getting into a very difficult area. Well, if you have to say, let me ask my wife, the chances are we're done.
Yeah.
You don't need to ask your wife, the respectful thing to do is to go to her or him, whatever the case may be, and say, hey, we're going to get the band together on Saturday the 3rd, and we're probably going to play from, I don't know, maybe 8 o'clock till 12 or noon.
Right.
Okay, great. Thank you for letting me know.
Or 12 or 1.
Right.
Just 12 and noon.
12 or noon, same thing, yeah. So that's how I handle it. I'll let Ronnie do that in a second. Here's the way I don't like. Let me ask my wife. Just that statement alone tells me so much.
Well, I can tell you this, that I virtually live off of the calendar on my phone.
Okay.
And if my wife and I have plans, I've put it on there.
Okay.
And so if you say, hey, how's next Saturday look for you? I go, you know what? We're going to the Auburn Home Show.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do it.
Right.
How about the week after? So if we have pre-existing plans, we very rarely, we're not very impulsive. We plan things out a week or two in advance. Not to say that we haven't. If somebody calls us up and says, God, we have a friend that has an incredible house up in El Dorado Hills with a view of Folsom Lake. And they'll call us on short notice and go, hey, the sundown's supposed to be spectacular tonight. You guys want to come over? Yes, we'll be there. But for the most part, if we're going to do something, it's probably on my phone already. So I can tell you in a matter of seconds if I can play Saturday or not.
Conversely, if you have something planned with me, you could be able to tell somebody else, I'm sorry, but I have plans. So it all comes back together and makes perfect sense to keep them on your phone. And you know that I don't do that. But I don't go out that much either. So,
right.
Because that involves people.
Meeting people.
Right.
And talking to people.
That's just not for me.
Yeah.
Small talk, no. So anyway, what I'm saying is this. Please don't allow yourself to be perceived as being whipped. It's a nasty term as it is.
Yeah, it is kind of.
And I'm not even saying the first word, and you all know what I'm talking about. A relationship should obviously go both ways. That's all I'm going to say. And a man or a woman should not have to act. And you know something? So you say, well, sure, Lou, but that's easy for you to say. But what do you practice? The same thing holds true for my wife, and I assure you, and this happens even more frequently than I do it. She'll say to me, the girls from my old job are getting together tonight over at Chili's, and I thought I'd stop by there on the way home from work. Have a great time.
Bye-bye.
If you have too much to drink, please call. Don't drive. And then, I'll be honest with you, I'm a worrier, Ronnie.
Oh, yeah.
And so if I know that one of my family members or dear friends is on a long drive or something, I need to know when you get there. And it's not, I don't care where you are. I just know that I need to know that you're there safely. And so again, please, if feel like you've had even a little too much to drink, please do not drive. Call me, call Uber, whatever it will take. But again, it works both ways. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
I will say though that there are relationships that work best, because people are so vastly different. And I'm thinking of one friend in particular, and you probably know who it is, that runs a lot of things by, you can't nail him down to an event ever until he's run it past his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? And we've gone out with them before, and they're a perfectly fun couple. They're great to be around. And I know sometimes it bothers you, but you know what? If they can go out with us, we're always willing to do it. Like I said, relationships, some of them are just built differently, and they've been married for a hell of a long time also.
Sure, and it works for them.
That's the way they roll.
Mm-hmm. I'm not suggesting that, I'm just saying that's the way I believe it should be. It's my opinion. You can hate me for it.
You know what? If it works, do it. Once there occasionally Sundays, during football season, I may sit in front of the TV for 9 hours. I may watch 3 games back to back to back. And my wife she likes football, but not 9 hours
9 hours.
worth.
No, hell no.
And she'll say, I'm going to go up to Thunder Valley, which is a local gambling spot.
This is a perfect example, Ronnie. I'm going to sit back.
You know what? Go. That's great. It's, that really doesn't concern me. I don't care. I know what she's doing, and that's fine. I don't really need that much control over
That's the key word.
what she does or when she does it. She's an adult. I'm an adult. We do, our adult things in our home, and then we can absolutely have fun independently.
As it should be.
Last Saturday, I went to Cars and Coffee. And so I asked her, I go, hey, you want to go to Cars and Coffee with me? No, I think I can't even remember what she did. I think she went up and saw her parents maybe or something. Like, yeah, that's cool. The week before that, I went to a car show with a buddy. It was a Concours d'Elegance. And a friend of ours had got me and another buddy tickets, $90 each for tickets. So I said, hey, if you want to go, I can get you. Nope, that's fine. Go ahead and go with Grant. So it works, but may not work for everybody.
Read that Tom Sawyer comment.
Tom Sawyer says, how about those guys where everything you say to them, they end up telling their wife, even embarrassing things? So I do have a friend who...
Sure. I know a guy.
I know a guy.
Mm.
I have a friend who just posted something on Facebook, and it was about a song that reminds you of a past boyfriend or girlfriend.
Okay, there's a great topic.
Yeah. And so I put it on there, and my wife and I, we don't follow each other in Facebook.
Really?
But we're both in this same group.
Oh, okay.
So I posted a song on there, and she knows the song, but she knows it's not about us.
Mm.
So she knows it's about another, previous girlfriend from obviously 40 years ago. She's okay with it. But my buddy, he had to rub a little salt into that wound with my wife.
Oh, no.
And kind of picked at the scab a little bit a few times, and he wasn't letting it go.
Mm.
He had done the same thing to me so many times. We used to be roommates. We were college roommates. He had done the same thing to me several times in the past, causing a lot of grief between me and a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
He caused a lot of grief between my current wife and I when we were dating. So he's...
Do I know this person?
Yeah, you definitely do. I'll drop his name to you afterwards.
Yep.
Uh,
I know who it is.
He likes drama.
Yeah, we are drama free. We try to be drama free.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of drama.
Ronnie, you said something there that made me think a little bit. Music means so much to both of us and has for so many years, if not all of our life. My wife and I have this conversation from time to time, and I'll tell you why. Okay. Well, did you lose us? Let's see what happens. I'm going to just keep talking, Ronnie. You tell me when to stop talking.
Okay.
I believe it's the lyrics to the song that are the most important thing and most crucial to that. A great song. Where do you lie on this one, Ronnie? And for our viewers, for a sec, put your back. Okay, good. Okay. I didn't do anything that time, Jason.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. So where do you stand on this? And don't say both.
The music is, to me, the overwhelming part of the song. There are songs that I know that I couldn't recite 10 words of the lyrics.
Really?
From. Yeah. If I really like the music, it doesn't matter if the lyrics don't make sense at all. Like back in the USSR, it's kind of a crazy set of lyrics. But
Flew in from Miami Beach.
but I freaking love the music.
These Coast girls really turn me on.
Yeah.
They leave the
But
West
see,
behind.
there's one that the lyrics might actually outweigh the music because the music is pretty simple to California Girls, but the lyrics, it's all about In fact, a lot of the Beach Boys songs, they were all about content.
Yeah,
Their songs are not hard. They're three chords.
right.
But
That's how we play them.
yeah,
3 chords and the truth.
but their lyrics, every Beach Boys song is about a drag race or a girl or a car
Surfing.
or surfing. Very, yeah, very fun oriented lyrics.
Yeah, to be sure. Okay, well, love to hear from you on that. I can show my wife the live chat later on. Is it the music or is it the lyrics? For me, it's lyrics. There's no question. How about this, Ronnie? A caveat to that question. Well, you know what? See, here's the thing. I don't know if you can answer this one because you don't listen to a lot of current music.
No.
See, I listen to country. I know I don't work at a country station. I used to. I work at a 70s and 80s station, but what I listen to is completely different from that. And I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is and the truth. So anyway, new country songs come out and you hear a song and the lyrics make you think back to another relationship. Is that wrong?
I don't think so. I mean, reminiscing is harmless. I think it's good for the soul. Um, I think it's fine. And on here, Rick Clemenson and Tom Sawyer both say it's the music.
Wow, I really thought more people would say lyrics.
And
I still want to hear from you. Continue
yeah,
to answer, please. And our draft's coming up.
you know what? And I will say this too. So a lot of the music that I listen to, the songs are 40 years old.
Right.
So I want to, if you can give me a song that was released in the last 6 months that people will still be playing and loving 40 years from now, man, everything I hear sounds very, I don't know, they're so similar. And it reminds me of like rap. Rap music to me is so similar. One sounds just like the next.
Yeah. Yeah.
Country music, not so much, because I think country has gone a little more mainstream and pop country.
Oh, to be sure. And you know what else? It also crosses over to Christian.
Absolutely. Yep, it absolutely does. But it's still finding that one song that people will be listening to and tapping their foot and dancing to 40 or 50 years from now. I'm not sure that there's a lot of songs out there that are going to have that kind of staying power.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get to our drafts. And before you start sending yours, lyrics must fit the music and vice versa. Yeah. Oh, well, I did say, please don't say both. That's a little bit of both, but
shame on you.
If you had, okay, so SMS, if 1949, if you had to pick one over the other, which would it be? There's my specific question to you.
And Slednick is saying Post Malone, maybe because he's different. He is different, but you know what? I'm not sure that in 50 years anybody's going to know who Post Malone was.
They will remember his face was all tatted up.
Yes. Yeah.
See, we're two old farts, but we know that. So, because we're smart. We're smart.
We're smart like that.
Okay, so before you start posting your drafts, your fantasy drafts, excuse me, let Ronnie and I get through ours, okay? I don't want to have him influenced. SMS says lyrics. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. You didn't have to side with me. I don't think you did. So we're going to do, this is getting harder and harder to keep from you.
Yeah.
Okay, so
this is mine.
Here's the, face like this.
Yep.
So here is the draft. Other than your wife, please draft the sexiest or most perfect woman. Now, before we do that, we rock, paper, scissors to go first. And then Here's the deal. If you win rock, paper, scissors, you have the option to go first or you can go second. What's the advantage? Well, when you go first, you could take the number one pick away from your opponent. If you go second, you get 2 picks in a row. Follow me? Uh-oh, it just froze. Hello? At least I'm doing a peace sign.
Are we still moving?
The neighbor's wife. Hey, Jimmy.
Okay,
we're back.
Go. There it is.
I don't know, some kind of a glitch. Our picture just froze. Uh-oh, that ain't good. But I'm plugged in, Ronnie. You're not going to get that on me this week.
Yep.
Okay, so now, now you know how it is. Don't send them just yet. Wait till we pick, and then you can add yours, and then we'll be glad to talk about them. Okay, Ronnie. Let me think for a second here. Got to warm up on my rock paper scissors. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to go.
Okay, hold on.
All right. Frozen.
There we go. I think
Frozen.
Wait.
Frozen back.
Are we?
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, it's cutting in and out.
What the hell? As long as this is going, we're going, I think.
Yep.
So, all right, we're sorry, people. Don't know what the problem is. Everything's kosher. I hope this is going to wreck our draft here. No, that's live.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're good.
We got to do rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
All right, I think I know what I'm going to do. You ready, Ronnie?
Yep. Oh.
This is the first time that's happened. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
All right.
3 in a row? Hold on, I'm changing up.
Yeah, let me think here real quick. All right. Yep. See, I knew it. I knew you're gonna go. Yep.
You thought I was going to go paper.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna
All
go
right,
back
so in round 1 of the sexiest woman, aside from your wife, I will pick what I believe to be the most perfect and beautiful example of a girl that I would be just crazy about and might even be whipped. Might. I said might. I believe her to be the most beautiful woman on the planet, and it is with much, much appreciation I will select as my first pick Jennifer Aniston.
There it goes.
That's why this was so important.
Yep.
Okay, so Ronnie.
But
All right.
I told you my first round pick.
1B.
1A, 1B.
All right.
Sandra Bullock.
Didn't make my list.
Ooh.
But see, this is what I was talking about. Ronnie and I don't really have the same.
She's America's sweetheart.
I know she's nice and all, but I don't think she's all that sexy.
Oh, I think she's beautiful.
She has pretty eyes.
Yes.
I like her hair.
Okay.
And she's a good actress.
Now this one.
Mm-hmm. This is man stuff here now.
Straight up, and I would have chosen her second because
round 2.
She is really, really beautiful. But I know you're not going to pick this woman, so I'm gonna save her for my 3rd round pick.
All right.
My 2nd round pick is Scarlett Johansson.
Okay. All right. So Ronnie has Sandra Bullock and Scarlett Johansson, and now it's my turn to pick 2. This will complete my roster. So let me go over this just a little bit more. Okay, I think I know who I'm going to pick. My first pick in the 2nd round. What women now? If for any time over the years.
Yes.
I'm going to go with. I see.
I see one on there.
Okay.
Good call, Jason. Jason, that's a dang good call.
I hope we can get you laid. Go ahead, Ronnie. Now explain what he picked.
Sasha Johnson. He picked number 1.
See? What did I tell you?
Eva Longoria. Beautiful.
Okay.
And then Rachel McAdams. Very beautiful also.
All right, now we're going for sexiest woman here. Okay? I'm going to pick Kate Beckinsale.
Oh, okay.
in the second round as my first pick.
Not on my radar.
For my third round first pick, I'm going to go with. God, this is so tough. I'm going to go with Kaylee Cuoco.
Oh, God. She is. Yeah.
That is the most solid 3 picks that I've seen.
She's pretty.
Okay, Ronnie,
she's very pretty.
You've got one more pick to go, and then we're going to open it up to the chat.
Yeah. Now, this one, she's not mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
Really super mainstream.
Oh, this was the one you said you knew I wasn't going to pick.
I know you'd never pick her. Gal Gadot, who was
almost did.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, wasn't she just noted as the most beautiful woman in the world, or is that her sister?
She should be.
Okay.
She is amazingly beautiful.
Well, I could tell you that my type is blonde and the girl next door. That's what I like.
Well, Kaylee fits that bill.
Penny is right next door to Sheldon.
Yeah,
his mom had him tested.
Yeah.
All right, so now we open it up. You know, sexy doesn't necessarily translate. That's right.
Yeah.
I almost picked Charlize Theron.
Oh, also, oh boy, beautiful.
I almost picked her in above Kaylee Cuoco.
Very beautiful.
Okay, so now who are your picks? Get them in now because we're not going to be with you much longer.
Jimmy Fast says Eva Longoria without makeup. Yikes.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
I like to see girls without makeup, though.
You know who also I crossed my mind is Sofia Vergara
from Modern Family.
Yes.
Yeah, she's a bombshell. Is what she is.
Yeah.
And extremely sexy for sure.
Yeah. And she doesn't always talk with that super crazy accent. I've seen her on Ellen before, and she still speaks with an accent, but it's not so thick. And
I think she does it for the show.
She definitely does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lori James says Madonna and Charlize.
Madonna, not a fan.
Not a fan.
No. Charlize, big fan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mike Nodine says they must have a pulse. Well, he doesn't have a lot of criteria. I think the same as William Shatner.
Yeah.
As Captain Kirk, just has to have a pulse.
You know who else was on my list?
Doesn't matter the color.
But now she's a little bit too old.
Ooh, Ronnie, careful.
Was Raquel Welch.
Sure.
She was, oh boy. And what about
Sophia Loren?
What about my poster girl,
Farrah Fawcett?
Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah. At the time, man, that hair, and I told you, I'm so in love with blondes.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? When you're a fan of blondes like I am, and you're driving along, and you know, to say that you don't check out girls in cars when you're driving,
that's crazy.
It is. You do, okay? Yep. And sometimes, because my vision is not real good, you notice I wear these all the time, okay? Sometimes I look and I go, whoa, what's that? And I look, and it's a guy that's got a gray hoodie on. But it looked like blonde hair. Same holds true for the headrest behind the head. Sometimes I go,
ooh. No.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, beige headrest.
All right, your teams. Lori says Raquel was her first pick.
Jimmy Fast.
Corvette Ronnie, you both tied for second. All right. Melania Trump. She is totally rocking it.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
She's got some hard features.
Yeah.
She's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but she would not make my top 10 list of most beautiful women.
Top 10, maybe top 20.
Her features are very
Mariah Carey, Cindy Crawford, Carmen Electra. Now that's sexy.
Oh yeah.
That is sexy, friends. You know what, Lou and Ronnie fan? We're going to put you into the running for your 3 picks.
Those are solid.
And next week Mariah let herself go. Yeah.
I think she's come back though. I think she was on she's on Weight Watchers or something. I think she's doing commercials, but
you know, this new trend with these huge butts and butt transplants.
Yeah.
I hate to point out Kim Kardashian as the example, but you know, she is. Ronnie, what are your dogs barking at?
My son must be coming down to get something to eat.
I don't like that.
Okay, Lou and Ronnie fan just added Terry Scant to his top.
Well, he knows the real deal when he sees it. You know, Terry Scant rocketing in that green dress.
Yeah, that was hot.
Terry Scant might be making a return. We'll see how my riding session goes this
Yeah,
weekend.
we'll see.
All right. So get your picks in. Who are your three people? Come on, people. We're running out of time here.
Marilyn Monroe.
All right.
Farrah Fawcett.
Okay. Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those are good.
As she's gotten older, she is like a glass of wine. Fine glass of wine.
I can't believe.
Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah. God dang.
Not a fan. And I know. Not a fan. I'm sorry. I don't even like him on baseball broadcasting.
I think both of those guys have found the fountain of youth. They've both gotten better looking in the past 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, it's a weird trend. The butts. They are all doing squats and taking butt selfies.
You know what? Kim Kardashian is not the best looking Kardashian.
No, not by any stretch of the imagination. No.
No.
Me, I like a small one.
You know what?
Did I step over the line with that? Too much information?
You know what? To look at women as objects of beauty, there's a certain criteria that certainly meanders to the top.
Mm-hmm.
But I look at Jennifer Aniston, your number one pick. She is funny. She is beautiful.
A great actress.
She's a great actress.
Comedic rom-com actress.
Yep.
Meet the Millers. Oh, she was so hot in that movie.
Yeah, that was good.
And when she wore those capri pants
with the little kids,
white kids, you're killing me, Smalls.
Yep.
You know, anytime I'm going through the guide and I see that, I immediately punch it up in the hopes that I'm going to see her.
Slednick says Rachel Cook, very nice. Nicole Arbor, I'm not sure who that is.
Tom Sawyer says, "Don't go all Toby on us."
And Courtney Hanson. I don't know. I only know Rachel Cook. Sorry, Slednick.
Jamie Lee Curtis in the day.
But Otis says Caitlyn Jenner. All right. I think we may have to block Otis.
And we don't block anybody.
No.
Way to go, Otis. Every time I hear you say Otis, I always think of Otis from Mayberry.
Yes.
Always.
Yeah. This might be the same Otis. I'm not sure.
It could be. Otis, tell us how you got that name. I know it's not your real name. Can you just, if you can? I mean, I know you probably want to stay anonymous.
It's Otis Magoo. So
right.
Magoo.
Mr. Magoo?
Probably goes back to Mr. Magoo.
And Otis, but what about Otis?
And Sasha says, it's a bit unfair to compare us natural girls to ones that can pay for implants and surgery.
Okay, you know what, Sasha? I'm going to take that one on. Here's the story. I like you. I like you. Like you, I prefer a natural woman. And as example, my Jennifer Aniston pick, and she's 50 years old. And she looks like she's 35.
Yeah.
I don't think she's had any plastic surgery. I could be wrong. But what I wanted to say was, I dated a girl back in 1989, I think it was. And man, I was in Salt Lake City. And I met this girl at a radio event I was doing. And she was so, so beautiful. Blonde. I mean, like, you know, when I would see her, I'd go, Well, it turned out that after we had been intimate, somebody said to me, what do you think of her boobs?
Oh.
And I go,
I've had this conversation.
They were great. What do you mean? Well, they're fake. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. So
that reminds me of a Terry Hatcher line from Seinfeld. By the way, they're real and they're fabulous.
Yeah, that's what it was. Fabulous. That was a great episode.
And I believe that she's probably all pretty natural and she's beautiful.
Jennifer Aniston is 50. Lori James says she's had some work. They've all had work done.
You know what? It's possible that almost every actress gets a little touch up here and there to keep, keep pace with the younger. Because, gotta admit, Hollywood's getting younger and younger every day. So
I gotta tell you though, man, you better make sure you have a superb doctor because when they go bad,
taking a big chance.
and have you ever seen that show on TV with the plastic surgeons that are all they do is fix bad plastic surgery?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my, I've seen some things that no one should see.
There
They're on that
is,
show.
God, somebody can help us in the chat.
Hello, Sakar.
There is a woman out there who is an heir to a designer.
Oh, is it Ralph Lauren? No.
Oh, I can't think of her name, but she looks terrible, and she's had dozens, maybe 100 procedures done. Um, it's bad. Her lips. I'm not a big fan of the ginormous lips
Yeah.
either. That's also a little bit crazy
It
for
is.
me.
You know what? Maybe at this point, what we should say is this. Ronnie and I have a great appreciation for all women, for
Yep.
sure. The things that women can do that men can't do, we'll never be able to.
Yep.
A man could never give birth,
No.
not in a million years.
If men had
Never
to
make
give
it to
birth,
labor.
the world would be extinct.
It would.
Yeah.
And so our hats are off to you, and we really didn't want to turn this into a
Versace. Yes,
there it is.
that's Donatella Versace.
Good job.
Thank you, Sasha.
Yeah.
Nailed it, as always.
Michael Bullhold says Betty White.
Betty White. I saw that. I giggled too.
Yeah.
You know what? She was beautiful.
Oh yeah, back in the 50s.
I remember watching her on game shows,
Oh,
and she was on a lot of
Password.
them. She
Wasn't
was,
she married to Alan Ludden?
could be.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, could be.
Cool.
Yeah.
Too slow. Funny. But anyway, what I was saying, we do this just out of fun, with all due respect, and we'll keep this going in the live chat after we're done. Is there anything else that we need to get to, Ronnie? I think I've got everything on my list.
Yeah, I think we.
Are we about an hour here?
Let's see. What do we have?
Who were some of my other lists? My most honorable mentions: Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Mhm.
Yep. Kate Winslet.
Yeah. Kate Upton.
Yep. Yep.
Jessica Biel.
Well, and I'll go. These are my last two: Mila Kunis
Yeah, she's very sexy.
and Jessica Alba.
Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood. Yep.
And I think that's all. I think I mentioned them
I
all.
think
Jennifer Hudson.
we both picked all Hollywood actresses, didn't we? I know mine are. Yeah. So
Carrie
we-
Underwood. Did I mention Carrie Underwood?
Yeah, she breaks into the entertainment genre.
You know, every Sunday night I make sure I tune in at like 5:12 before Sunday Night Football comes on to hear the song.
Yeah.
And I turn it on my stereo. So, whoop.
You know what? And I watched her come up in American Idol. She was a world apart
I'm
from,
crazy about
from
her.
anybody else. She's
I
an
just want to
amazing
squeeze her cheeks.
she's an amazing talent.
How come you can't do that anymore?
I think Kelly Clarkson is also a pretty amazing talent,
Yeah.
though.
You just want to just squeeze her cheek. You're so goddamn cute. All right. We want to thank all of you for watching today on the live feed. We got started a little bit late, but god dang it, just get used to it. I remember saying a long time ago, one day we'll go live, but we're not going to do it until we're sure it's right.
Yeah.
Remember that? No, that didn't work. You try some things and it don't work.
Sasha's saying yes to Mila. Thank you. She is.
She is very sexy.
Yeah.
In those whiskey commercials or bourbon commercials that she was in
Oh yeah.
with the aged barrels and stuff.
Yes.
Oh my, her voice. Oh,
And she was so funny in that '70s show.
hilarious.
She's a pretty talented actress also.
when I was going through my surgery, Ronnie, and just couldn't do anything. I had the '70s show on nonstop. It was on all day long. I must have watched every episode, not intending to binge, but it was on. And yeah, and she was such a great actress in that show.
Yep.
The role that she played of being the hoity-toity girl.
Yep.
And then Donna, she was fantastic too.
Yes. Yeah. She's had some issues though. Donna, I can't even remember. Donna may be dead.
What?
Yeah, she had some serious drug issues.
No.
Yeah.
No. Say it ain't so.
Donna Foreman.
All right. Well, that's a hell of a way to leave it.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, to everybody, Jimmy Fast, to Sledneck, to Tom Sawyer, to Sasha, and to Jason. Who else am I forgetting? Scroll up there a little bit.
Lou and
Tom's,
Ronnie 500
yeah,
fan, or fan 500.
excellent.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Michael
Sakar.
Buckholtz,
Mhm.
Sakar. It's like
Rapala 67, that's your dad joke buddy, right?
Yes.
Tom Sawyer, Juno.
Lori James.
Lori, thank you for your comments
Jimmy
today.
Slow-Mo.
Mike Nodine, Tom Marinock, of course, Otis.
And Rick Clemenson.
Oh, yeah.
Paul.
Paul, good morning. Hi, but well, it's not morning where you are, I'm sure.
Yeah. I think that's
Okay, Larry.
Charles Clement.
Good.
You know who it is?
You know who it is? Juno?
Ebby 7. That looks to be
okay.
Looks to be about it.
SMS
1949.
All right, all of you, thank you very much. We really, truly do appreciate that you're watching. I know a lot of you are fan searchers and researchers, and a lot of you come over from Jason's and Sasha's show to check us out, and we do appreciate that. Saturday morning mass today because we won't be on tomorrow.
I have to work tomorrow.
Yeah, that's why.
This is crazy. So in 4 days, I will have 36 hours of work in.
Oh my God.
I'm off the rest of today, but I go in and do another 12-hour shift.
You need to get to bed, dude.
Woo!
I'm going to pack up my stuff.
I get to watch no football tomorrow.
Oh, that sucks. I'm going to be watching all day.
Well, I'm going to tape some games, but when I come home, I may be too tired. We'll see.
Okay, so once again, thank you so very much. We do appreciate it. We know we're not doing a lot of Fen topics, and you know what? Jason and Sasha are really covering that. I had a comment on our page from another page that was asking us to do some stuff on the scrapbooks, and I'll be honest with you, I think we already have somebody who's extremely talented and handling that right now.
We can't match that.
It would be senseless for us to do that. That's for sure her niche. So again, thank you for your show suggestions, but you know where they go. The round file.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Check out our website. People are looking at it from all around the world, almost 19 countries.
Cool.
It's menaresosmart.com. We post a lot of fun stuff there. I think if I have time later this afternoon, I will update it with some new pictures, some new videos, and also you'll have the opportunity to vote for our Manistee draft. Okay, so we've had fun with you today. There's nothing left to say, but you may be seated. Sorry, that was an hour.
Whoops.
You're never going to get back. I'm Lou Gallagher.
I'm Corvette Ronnie.
And we'll see you. Oh, this is the uneasy part right here. I'm about to click us off, so we'll see what happens. Okay.
Let's see how long this goes.
Thank you for watching this live episode of Men Are So Smart. Ronnie, tell me when to click the button.
You know what? Give it a try.